Good morning, guys. It's John. Welcome back to KC Farms. Today is the day. We are going to attempt the largest move at one time on our farm. I have got morning chores done. I have not fed the piglets yet because the goal is to get them up into the trailer all at once. We'll sprinkle their feed down and move them all the way across the farm. So when Uncle Ken was here last week, this was something that we worked on, and I know it may not look like a lot to you guys, but we spent a couple hours out here in the woods clearing one of the largest pens that we have ever had available for pigs. And like most spots out here in the woods, there is a bunch of acorns that these pigs are going to have access to, and this is going to be a great spot. Now eventually we want to put a centralized house. I'm going to build a pallet pig shelter in here because in the winter we want to have our pigs out here in the woods where they're not messing up our pastures. So we've got a spot cleared out here in the middle, and the reason we kind of want it in the middle is that way we can start fencing off areas in all directions and be able to rotate these pigs around the house. So we're gonna grab some fences. I'm not even sure how many we need because this path goes way out. The other meat pigs are down there. It's going out to their pen and around. And these pigs are gonna have one, acorns, shade, and be able to root around and help us clean this area up. So this is an exciting day for us, an exciting day for the pigs, because the temperature has started going up again and it is getting hot out in the pasture, and they're right in the middle where there is no shade. But one other thing I wanted to show you guys, which I'm excited about, is this is the trail that we put in probably 3 years ago to get access to some of this woods. And look at the grasses that have grown up. So the longer we are out here, you can see the trail goes all the way back and there's a bunch of grass in there. The longer we stay out here in the woods, I think we are gonna get some more of these grasses, and eventually over time, this area is just gonna keep getting better and better. So we need to grab fences. We need to set these fences up, and we're gonna get our feed, try to get all those pigs in the trailer at once. Not saying it's gonna happen, but that's the plan. Okay guys, we get asked this question a lot. What type of fencing is this? This is Premier One electric netting. No, we're not sponsored, and that is fine. We love the product, so that's why we don't mind sharing it with you. We do have these little posts right here. These are extra small posts you can get for stepping in and straightening a corner or getting your fence off of a tree or some branches. But I'm gonna show you how we get it tight, because a lot of people get this fence and they ask, how do you get your fence to stay so straight and tight? So we've got the end of one fence here. We've connected the start of the next fence, and we are heading up this path here. And the key is always pulling away from your end post. So we are gonna work our way this way. So I walk down to where the next post is, and you can see there's just a tiny post in between this rectangle of netting. Now the key is to move this post all the way to the opposite end. My end post is down there. Now I've moved this post. I don't want to set this post up like this because that's when you're going to get the sag. You want to move the post all the way to the opposite end and then push it in. And we're going to continue that all the way up. So I go to the next post, take out the slack from back there, move my post down. It's all the way at the opposite end of the rectangle, and step it in. Now you can see that my fence is standing straight, and over time, the longer the fence is here, it will start to sag a little bit, but we're gonna continue that all the way up, just pulling the fence, making sure your post is all the way across to the farthest side of that rectangle. And you can see the fence is somewhat straight enough. We've got a little overlap here from the extra fences, but it's a lot better than having a whole extra 100 feet. You just gotta make sure your clips are attached to the other fence, and we are all set to go. We've got 6 fences. I thought it was gonna be more. So we've got 600 feet of fenced going through the woods here. And I keep hearing all these acorns dropping, and I know that is gonna be a delicious snack for all these pigs. So big old area throughout the woods. We're gonna stop talking here for a minute. We'll show this area in full here, but I want to get the pigs across. We're gonna open up the gate here. We're gonna back the trailer right through here and let the pigs out up in this area. All right, the pigs are ready. That is the point of not feeding them right away. If we get all of them in here, I will be shocked, but we've got a little bag of feed. The fence is obviously working. A little bucket of feed. We're gonna head up in here and dump this out. I think a lot of them will follow me. Here we go. The plan is kind of working. That's a lot of pigs. I know we don't have them all. I'm gonna step out. I know that will take some of them out of here. But let's see. That's almost all of them. If I get rid of this bucket and head back up in there, I think the plan may work. Come on, pigs. Come on, pigs. Hey, I'll take this if we can get, there's gotta be 20 in there anyway. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here, pig, 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 pig. Come on. Come on, pigs. Come on, pigs. I may just want to close them up and count what we have here. Not bad. Not bad. Go on up in there. Go on up in there. We've only got 4 left. Now 5. We're gonna lose some here and there. I'm gonna grab a little bit more food. I'm kind of happy with this. Only 4 pigs not in there. Now 3. Let's see if we can get some more. I want to have some to spread out. Come on, pigs. There's only 3 of them not in. We can take those numbers. I can carry 3 pigs. No, stay up in here. Come on. Come on. Here, pig, 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 pig. Well, that plan didn't work. We've lost them all. I'm gonna step out for a minute and see if they will come back in. Plans don't always go the way you expect them to. As long as I get out of here, I think we'll have it. Hey. Hey. You knocked YouTube over. You knocked YouTube over. Go that way. All right. We have all of them but 2. I can carry 2 pigs. Let's get this trailer hooked up and get them out because we don't want them to get too hot. All right, 2 pigs missing. We'll come back and get those. All right, I am sure they are wanting to get out. So let's open this up. Go ahead and dump that feed. Come on, piggies. Come on, piggies. Come on, piggies. And that is the easiest way to move 30 pigs. Come on. Now, I don't have the fence shut in the front. My goal is to knock this trailer out or pull this trailer out and then lock the fence up. Come on, pigs. Here, pig, 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 pig. I might have been smart just to leave the trailer for a little bit and then let the pigs come out and then pull the trailer out another day. We might do that still. Of course, they're not gonna come rushing out because they're still finding, you guys finding some food up in there? Still a little bit left, huh? Here they come. Isaiah's got the magic touch to get the pigs out, plus the feed. I'm gonna walk on this side because I don't want to chase pigs around out here. They're finding some grasses and other things. What you got there? What you got? Something good, huh? So here they all come, coming down the trailer. I'm gonna go up in here and coax them to go. Come on, pigs. Come on, pigs. Come on, pigs. Here we go. Here we go. Down the ramp. Down the ramp. All the way, come on. Come on. You made it up in here. I know you can get down. There we go. Goal is to shut this up and get them out of here, or get the trailer out of here. I gotta get this hay out of here. That makes it difficult to shut the trailer. All right. Pigs are out. Let's get the truck out of here and the trailer, and we'll check in how the pigs are doing. All right, we've got one of the piglets. She's squealing pretty loud. They don't like to be off their feet, but she's heading to her new home. What are you doing? My goodness, it wasn't so bad. All right, we got the other one. It's hard to catch one pig in a big area. There you go, honey. All right, we have got the fence hot. We've checked it on both ends. You want to check it close to where the charger is and all the way at the farthest point, just so you know you're getting good current all the way around your fence. We've got the waterers in here, hose from this barn we can use, and that is good. So the pigs are already wandering all over the place, which is awesome. Let's go in here and check this crew out. We don't have any housing in here for them yet. I plan on moving some pigloos over, and we'll see. They've never been in a pigloo, but I'm sure it's not gonna take long for them to get used to it. But this is awesome. Now, the one thing you need to also understand about the woods is there's thorns in here. These pigs can get scraped up on their bellies. They might get scraped on a stick or a twig. How are you doing? But so you will see a little more scratches on their bellies when they're in the woods. There's obviously flies in here. There could be chiggers. We get questions about ticks. We haven't had a ton of tick issues, but when we see them, we just pick them off. It hasn't been bad enough that we've needed to do anything else for that. So here they are. Obviously, we've got more work. We've got some bigger things that they're not going to be able to do anything with, and some other cleaning up things to do. But for now, these pigs will head in here. I see a couple of them getting some acorns, leaves, and other things, but I'm not sure how long they're gonna be. Ooh, spider web. Not sure how long they'll be able to stay in this area. You can see this pig coming through the thorns right there, pushing her way through. But we'll just keep an eye on it. I would say, I mean, at least 3 to 4 weeks, if not longer. We'll just keep an eye on where the manure is, and if it's really bad, we'll get them moved. But there's plenty of spaces to move to. We've just got more clearing out to do. And one of the problems is previous owners, don't know who they are, I'm not blaming anybody, but it seems like in the country, people just take their garbage and throw it out in the woods. So Isaiah's found some glass, we found some bottles, we found cans, we found bottoms to vacuums. So that's one thing, as we go through cleaning up different areas, we've got to get cleaned out. So we don't have anything in here that's going to affect, hurt, or bother the piglets. So glad to have them over. That was the quickest way I could think to move that many pigs into a new area. The key is getting that trailer in there for a couple days. We probably had it in there 3 to 4 days, so they were used to it, used to going up in it. When it rained, some of them ran up in there. So it wasn't, if you move that trailer in there on day one, you're not gonna get all those pigs to go in there. So just a hint, if you're moving pigs, some things you can do. We're gonna get some other things done this afternoon, get some houses moved over, and we will come back later when we feed and see how the piglets are doing in the woods. All right, we're back out this afternoon, just finishing up feeding, and we are gonna let the moms, if you didn't see a couple videos ago, we put all the moms out here to pick up the acorns, and I closed it off for a little bit so the acorns could build up again. And now there's more acorns in here, so we'll let them out before we get over here to the pigs in the woods. So they're already starting to feast on them, and they didn't even have to go very far, but I figured we'd shut that off for a little bit, let a bunch of them fall, let them out, and they can clean them up. You can see there's a few more coming on the ground, and you can hear them falling all day long. They bang down on top of the barns, and the pigs are ready for a snack. So we'll head over here, check out these pigs in the woods. I just watered them, so they're all sitting up at the fence here, but I think they are enjoying it. So a pile of them just sitting here. Like I said, the only negative to having them in the woods is sometimes the flies, sometimes getting scraped on these thorns, but overall it's a good place to have them. Pigs seem to be more they're rooters, but they're not really grazers. They're more like foragers. They come through here and they pull out some roots and they eat small plants and they eat these little saplings and acorns. And so this is the perfect spot for them. I did put the 2 pigloos in here, put some hay in there. They have not been used to a pigloo yet, but I guarantee you it will not take them long to figure that out. But I'm gonna walk down here because the goal is to introduce the whole meat pen and just have one large pen. I want to show you where they are at. It should be a very simple move, and plus there's a few bigger pigs in here that will help clean this area up a little bit nicer. So they are just right down here at this back corner, and you can see their pens right over there. Here's the end of the pen we just set up. We've got a whole bunch of brush and stuff to burn and clean up, but the other pigs are right here and they are ready to move. We're gonna give the piglets 1 or 2 days in here, then we'll open this up and we'll move this herd in with them. So that's the plan anyway. You guys know how it goes, things change. But let's run back up here. Ooh, another big spider web. Ugh. That's the one problem with being in the woods here. All these spider webs. But as I'm walking through here, I keep hearing acorns falling and hitting the ground, which is awesome because we've got some vacuum cleaners in here that are gonna take care of those. So the other thing, we do dump the feed out when we've got this many pigs. Like I said, I think it's right around 30 piglets in here. We put the feed out on the ground. Some people were complaining about that, why we don't use troughs, but that's another way that the pigs help clean up. We can dump it on an area where we want them cleaned and they will take care of that. If you got little grass, shrubs, anything, you dump the feed in there and they start to clean it up. Obviously you make sure there's no poop there. And normally the spot where you've dumped it, the pigs do not poop there. They are not dumb. They will not mess that up, but everyone's hanging out because they know I've got a feed bucket up here. So I'm gonna set this down and bring this feed in here and get these pigs fed. We fed them right here when we brought them in. I'll feed them right here again, just on this little loop through here. All right, we fed them a little later this morning than normal. And now we're feeding them a little bit earlier than normal. We've got some things going on this evening that we've got to get to. So that's why they're not making a mad dash towards the feed. But they are tearing it up nonetheless. But there you have it. If you're wanting to move a whole group of pigs, you got to get your trailer in there as quick as possible. Let it sit for a couple days. Let them get used to it, and makes your life a whole bunch easier. So we're glad to have them over here. Like I said, they'll be working in here 3-4 weeks. We'll see how they're doing. We've obviously got things to clean up that they can't clean up, but this is gonna help us out, get ahead a lot faster than if we were just doing this ourselves. Obviously, we'll be back in future videos checking out how they're doing. Right now, they can't be bothered. They just wanna eat. But we are glad to have them over here. I'm not worried about my pasture getting torn up anymore. Save that. And normally with the rooting, it's the younger pigs, not really the older pigs. And obviously, we've got a whole bunch of young pigs in here. So they're doing good. It's a lot cooler in the woods than it is out in the pasture. And this is a great spot for them. So got a couple over here that aren't really hungry. This might save us on feed too, because they've been eating on acorns and everything else they can find in here. It's just a whole new experience for them. See the mamas over here tearing it up already. Wondering why we locked them out of here. They need to eat these snacks. So they're cleaning up this area for us. It's just a win-win situation for everybody. But we appreciate you guys following along. Hope you're having a great weekend. Don't forget to make the change, and we'll see you on the next video. It's a whole lot of pig butts.